Just about do, mate. Surely. There you go. That's outstanding. That much talent running around in our own backyard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the semi-pros. The semi-pros.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Let's go.
Well, welcome along to the Semi-Pros for another week. Great to have your company. Full roster joining me tonight. Who's on screen? Steve Glover. How you going?
Good, mate. The climate change protesters having a ball. Gone from 40 degrees.
Geez, they're busy.
Oh, I tell you what, they'll be loving it. They'll be licking their lips, tying themselves to the bitumen. So can't wait for that to pop up in the news.
40 degrees to 20 degrees. So, tell you what, I didn't think I'd ever need a jumper in this thing.
No.
We walked in here and you had the aircon going.
On 16. Yeah, smart fellas.
But anyway, Troy Gursky, how are you? Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm good, mate.
How's Japan?
This is a bit more like the weather in Japan. I think I jumped out of 3 degrees into about 36 on Sunday at cricket. What a great day. Dropped the bloke on first ball and he went and got 90 odd and they towel us up. Great day for me.
Who'd you play?
The Maggies.
The Maggies?
Yeah,
Dusted.
got dusted.
Ouch.
So, 36 degrees. It was great. What a great day. But, yeah, this is a bit more like it. Bit of rain. Farmers will be loving it.
Yeah, fantastic. Joel Stour, good evening.
How are you, mates?
Yeah,
Yeah, a bit of rain. Really good, isn't it? Good for the farmers. Good for the golfers too, I suppose. Nice and green for, was it next week, the big
As long
comp?
as it stops raining.
Well, that's true.
Not that anyone's
Oh,
asking
wait.
for that, obviously, but...
They'll still kick on with a bit of rain around, won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rain, heat.
Rain, hail, shine.
Yeah, that's how it works. So, big week though. Plenty happening around the traps. I see. We talked about it a few weeks ago, but Super Rugby. What's a bit of strife this week? That's pretty big news. Fox Sports said, that'll do us. Last season, that puts the sport in a precarious position in this country, doesn't it?
Geez, it's a well-marketed sport as well, isn't it? Did you know it was even on?
Oh, this is the first I've heard of all this. So, what's going on?
Raylene Boyle?
What's
Castle.
happened?
Raylene Castle. What was Raylene Boyle?
Running car. Yeah,
She's a singer, isn't she?
that's Susan Boyle, isn't it?
Susan Boyle.
It's a cross between Raylene and Susan.
I'll tell you what, that'll be...
Yeah. Lookalikes anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were saying about Boyle.
But anyway,
Raylene
yeah,
Boyle,
well,
mate, back to her.
just come off a World Cup. Now they've lost the Fox Sports. They're going to be in some strife. I tell you what, they're sliding down a slippery slide at the minute.
They've lost it for this season?
No, next season.
2021.
So the new deal, yeah. So when you consider obviously the money that is up for grabs in rugby internationally, like playing all over the world. Actually, speaking of another rugby man now back to league, didn't he? Cop at Sonny Bill, his first game back in league.
Geez, he had an ordinary start. Couple of drop pills.
That's Sonny Bill every time, but isn't it? Remember he
He'll
came back
warm
from the
into it.
Roosters that time and he got singled out within the end of the season. He got the chocolates, didn't he?
Tell you another bloke who's been copping it over there is big Israel Folau. Gee whiz.
Why is Israel been copying it? What happened?
Well, he's off to La Catalan Dragons. And,
Has Israel done something wrong?
How good's that? Whoever they're playing first round.
I think it's round 7.
Or
That-
round seven,
when
the
they
first
play
time
'em.
they play
Yeah.
them is put that on their rainbow.
Pride round.
Pride round. Yeah, celebrating homosexuality.
So is that So
Is that a coincidence or is that? Geez, it'd be funny if he refused to play.
Yeah, be stiff.
Yeah.
so that's all going on. And locally, I see what Victoria Basketball is following in the footsteps of like the BBL
DDBBL.
draft.
Yeah, it is.
Is your name in the draft?
Negative. No,
Can't even walk, the big man.
exactly.
See, be Clucky on the back page today. He's back by the looks of it.
He is. He was the first one on the chat to pipe up and see how he could put his name down too. But no, it is following in cricket's footsteps. It's been talked about a bit around TBA for a while, and the A grade competition needed a revamp. So I think this will provide it with what it needed. So interesting. I think the draft names in by tomorrow.
Righto, yep.
Drafting teams for Monday.
Who's the
night.
coaches, mate? You put your name down for one of them gigs?
No, don't know.
Have they got
Riley
I
Jordan?
think,
Have they got team owners? Teams been bought?
No, I haven't done anything like that. I think young Coxie,
They've just
assistant coaches, and Kim
And all the players are going and they're just it's just on a draft system.
Yeah.
But not
70 players, 70 noms they've had so far. So 4 teams to 10, I think. So that'll it's good. It's been a good response. Hopefully they'll be able to lift the standard. Fully timed games, so it'll bring a bit of competitiveness back to local basketball.
Good kick-off to the season for the Saints semi-pros too during the week.
Yeah, we did.
Old, Jimmy Buckets over here getting red hot.
No, it was about one for about 840.
It's all right.
Got one, but
Exactly.
They don't count the 840 on the stats sheet.
Exactly, that's why they keep going up. So yeah, but now one for 840, but we got over the line in a fully timed 40-minute game, about the 17-14. So
Lovely.
Great game.
What was the score?
It's about that, 26-22 or something.
Oh, an absolute riptych like.
Great
Great
defense.
Defensive patterns across the court were just outstanding. Couple of new recruits.
Bit like the
Benny
40
Monaghan,
bit like the 49ers.
man of match.
yeah, get like the 49ers, exactly like them. We played near Benny Goulton and the boys, so they had 4 blokes, and we just managed to get over like that. Tell you what, the import, Kangaroo Jack Milo,
He's got a +1 import now too.
he was happy with himself. There was, I don't know what he was on prior to the game, but I want some. So he was full of energy. And,
High on life.
yeah, he turned up for the 8 o'clock game about 6 p.m. What
In the
time
morning?
game?
Putting up shots.
Just getting ready.
What time game start, mate? 8 o'clock, mate. So he went. I don't know. Anyway, he was there. Yeah. So the Saints semi-pros, our team's going great guns, 1-0. So that's probably the only time that'll happen all season.
Top of the table.
Top of the table, yeah.
No, surely.
Well, someone screenshotted it, but I don't know how you're on top of the table with 118 percentage and somebody in sixth has
400.
got 420 percentage. But anyway,
Alphabetical order, maybe.
S comes before
Whatever they are.
a lot of things, I suppose.
Yeah. No, we are the A semi-pros, so yeah, that might be how it works. I don't know. So, but anyway, so yeah, that's all happening there. So plenty going on. Big time here, as you said, golfing wise, and that's not just the golf we talk about each week of watching Steve Glover and co go around. This was more. That was last week, but next week when actual players get out on the course and you see some terrific golf. So some of the best golfers, obviously from right across the country, will compete in the Queensland PGA. So as we said, wet weather at the moment will play a bit of havoc there with that. But that's a big event. Steve, we're out there every week. It looks good, doesn't it? Except for the rough.
It does, yeah. It's really started to knit together. The thistles on the grass are thickening up, so it'll be a pretty good pitch.
There'll be plenty of
Good
water.
pitch.
Good pitch.
Pretty good pitch.
Good crowd in here at the SCG.
There'll be plenty of water to hit anyway, so you won't be going in there and collecting your ball. So.
Yeah, certainly. The rough's pretty long. It's almost like a lynx trees with lots of lynx course with lots of trees in it.
Speaking of saying before with that new basketball competition, it was causing all sorts of grief for Trevor Grieve in his golf game. His phone kept going, and he's trying to play golf. He wasn't happy about it, the big fella. So, but he's done well. He's got it all sorted. So, but yeah, on a serious note, great week coming up in the Garden City with one of the marquee sporting events we have here occurring next week. A number of local faces will be out there as well, trying their best to lift the trophy. One of those is going to join us. Wade Edwards is our special guest. We're going to go to a break, and Wade's going to be on the show next.
In my line of work, I see a lot of kitchens and great renovations on a daily basis. And look, the work that the guys at Weston's do is phenomenal. Like, their attention to detail is definitely second to none.
We knew we had what idea we had in mind. We wanted modern, we wanted sleek, and they worked with us the entire way. Their design team helped us, and anything that didn't look like it might have worked well, they helped us rectify and suggested different points that we could take on for the kitchen. So it was great. They were perfect to work with, and we'd definitely do it all over again with them.
Bathrooms next.
Just about do, mate. Surely. There you go. That's outstanding. That much talent running around in our own backyard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the semi-pros. The semi-pros.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. The Skull.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us on the show. This week in the Garden City, the big golf event, Queensland PGA, occurs here as it does each year in Toowoomba, one of the real showpiece events when it comes to golf in Australia, the Queensland PGA. So we'll see who hoists that trophy Sunday afternoon. Among the best pros and amateurs across Australia competing in it as well. We'll see a couple of our own familiar faces. One of those is our special guest on the show tonight. Welcome along to local golfer Wade Edwards. How are you?
Good, mate. Thanks for having me here tonight.
Great to have you with us. Now, you've competed, you've qualified, so it was a tough little process to get there. So how'd you earn a spot in the big tournament starting next week?
So we had a local qualifier. Originally, stroke play champion gets an invite, head pro gets an invite, and then we play off the other two spots. So there was about 17 of us play for the two spots. 3 of us ended up coming in with a couple under par, and we had to go back up to the 18th and have another playoff.
And how'd that go?
Pretty easy for me. The other guys sprayed it into the trees to start, so I had to try to keep it in the fairway, make a solid par, while the other guys really struggled over in the trees.
So who were the 3? So who were the 3 that were tied there and had to go to the playoff hole?
So myself, Anthony Timms, and Nigel Weldon. So Anthony he got through this year, has played a couple times, has been a feature in Darling Downs golf for probably about 10 or so years, and then Nigel, the other one, a prolific club champion, heaps of them, absolutely heaps of them.
So for you to qualify under those sort of circumstances, I guess that must have been a good feeling to know you'd earned a spot in this big event.
Yeah, it was good to get through. I qualified this way probably 3 or 4 years ago. This is my 4th year I've played now in a row, so it should be a good experience again. Hopefully I can take what I've learned in the previous years and put it to better use.
Speaking of previous years, how have you fared in the previous years?
First one was a bit of a struggle. First 9 I was very nervous, playing in my first professional event. Next year, I think it was a pretty good scoring year that year. Something like 4 under par was the cut line compared to normally like one over square. I think I had like 1 or 2 over, so I missed by a few again. And then last year, I think, I missed the cut last year as well. My friend let me know that I hit my first tee shot out of bounds in the first round, and I was struggling from there. So, yeah, hopefully we can keep it on track this year, and I'm feeling actually pretty confident this year. So, see how we go.
Mate, as you said, you had a few, was it hecklers last year, or you get a bit of support? It'd be good playing in front of the home crowd, a bit of family, and a few friends getting there for a bit of a look.
Yeah, usually you get a few around, especially not only ones who are following you around, but all the volunteers out there. They're all members, so they're always there to have a chat the whole way around the course. So it's always a good thing.
This year, when does it all kick off?
So next Thursday's the first round, 13th of Feb, through to Sunday. So it all does start on Monday. We have qualifying Monday, then Pro-Ams on Tuesday, Wednesday, then tournament starts Thursday through to Sunday.
And you, mate, what is your position? So you're tied up down with the boys in the pro shop down there. Are you in some sort of program to try and make this pro events sort of more permanently, or?
I'm not actually. I'm not doing the traineeship program. So there is like a 3-year traineeship program where you turn into a PGA member, like the other boys I work with. But I'm still an amateur golfer, still trying to play as much amateur golf as I can. So it's always a good thing to get through.
And then I suppose joining you in this, so we'll have yourself and Anthony who qualified through the qualifier the other day. Then stroke play champion. Who was that one?
So Quinn Croker won that one, the younger
Yeah,
fella.
who's carving up.
Yep. Seems to be carving up in all the events he's playing. So
Yeah.
he should be a good show too. So
Yep. And then the head pro. So
Chris Britnell got through.
Yep.
Then in the Monday qualifying, his brother Matthew Britnell's going to be attempting to qualify.
Yeah.
Another golfer from around here, Ian Essen, as well as Sam Eves from Warwick, who used to be a trainee here. He's got an invite into the tournament, so there are quite a few local hopes.
So in terms of Monday, like you said, there's qualifying. How does that all work? So is there a certain percentage of the people playing on Monday will qualify for the tournament, or?
Yeah, so it's usually minimum 10 spots, but because we have a pretty big field list, and there are big tournaments kind of bookending this one, there has been, there's about 40 spots, or 44 spots, I think, and I think it's something like 75 to 77 professionals going for those, so it's one of the easier ones, because there can be ones where there's like 120 guys going for 6 spots. That's when it gets tough.
And the horses for courses type of thing. Is it an advantage? Like City's a pretty tough course on its rating and fairly tight. Having that knowledge or understanding of where you need to be, course management sort of thing, is that an advantage heading into a home PGA?
Somewhat an advantage. It's one of those courses where it's fairly short, so it's going to be who drives it well, who wedges it well, and who makes the putts. So at other courses where there are a few longer holes, it can be an advantage to be a member or played there a lot. It still will be, because the greens are quite undulating, so it'll be good to. I know them pretty well, but most of the other guys, they're playing tour golf. They're going to different courses every week. They know how to prepare for different golf courses. So it is an advantage, but not as much.
So what do you think? What do you think you'll need to make the cut, though, based on previous years, or roughly what sort of score do you reckon you need to shoot Thursday, Friday to be there on the weekend, which has Fox Sports coverage, so it'd be good to be there then.
Yeah, of course. Just because the rough's going to be up this year, I'd say, I reckon probably around squarish is going to be it. Just depends. Like, I know there is a bit of rain forecast for next week as well, so
bunkers will be out.
Yeah, sure they are. Yeah, I reckon that square mark. Yeah, a couple of years ago, 4 under was the cut line, but I can't see that happening again this year.
Wade, when was the last time we had a local that made the cut?
I would probably 3 years ago now.
Yep.
Ian Essen made the cut, but beforehand he was a touring pro, so he was playing quite often. But from like amateurs getting through to play the PGA from around here, I can't remember anyone making the cut.
Right, mate, there's your goal.
In terms of preparation for yourself, so like you said, you're an amateur golfer. How often do you get out and play the course?
Probably twice a week, and then try to get out to practice probably the other 2 or 3 days a week. Try to scratch in as much as I can. It's always difficult having a job as well, but it's just what we do because we want to play golf.
And it's a pretty hot field. I've seen a few emails dart around. Like there's some legends of Australian golf playing. Nick O'Hearn, Peter Lonard, which we've seen probably perform on the highest stage in the golfing worldwide. Then there's a few also European names, and I suppose a big one locally is Andrew Dote, who's confirmed that he's going to be in, and he's coming off a win, I think, not so long ago in the European Tour.
He finished because I was down there. I was at Royal Pines at the end. He finished top. He was right in contention. I can't remember exactly where he finished, but he would have finished near top 5, if not that top 10 behind the one that Scott won. He was right in the hunt for that. So
So he's playing some pretty good golf. So it's a pretty hot field, and be able to rub shoulders with these guys. Does it sort of inspire you, help you to improve your game, seeing what sort of the guys that are competing week in, week out, this is their bread and butter, this is how they make a living?
Yeah, it's good to see them around, especially like guys like Andrew Dote. He's come from just down at Gatton, local face, and what he's become playing the European Tour, winning. It's always a good thing to aspire to, and just seeing the professionalism of the players out there, how they prepare for each tournament, how they go through each round. It's a great stepping stone to play events like this.
So they won't probably follow our preparation of a quick beer in the clubhouse and a few punts, so you can listen to them on the afternoon.
No, I don't think the rocking up 10 minutes before the tea time is really on their agenda. But I reckon they'll get the stretches in, plenty of hitting of balls and.
You didn't touch on the beer or the punting pup.
We might have to go down and do the beer and the punting
The
thing.
ladder for you, yeah. In terms of, you spoke about earlier, you're not currently enrolled in the professional program. Is it something that you might look to down the track? Is it some sort of ambition of yours maybe to follow in the footsteps of the likes of Andrew Dote and co?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. I'd like to go down that road. I'd like to play professional golf for a living. And one of the better ways probably is going through Q School, but you can still do that through like a trainee program. It's another one that's pretty tough because you still have to work your full-time hours plus play tournaments and do assignments and stuff like that. So there's a lot of different pathways there. So it's a bit of a tough one, but you just got to keep your head down and keep going for it.
What is bringing the dollars in for you these days, mate? What are you doing for work?
So I'm working in the pro shop at City.
Yep.
So I see all the faces there, see these boys, they're there all the time. So
You'd see the Paragon ute down there very regularly, I thought.
all the time.
Daily occurrence.
Sees the disappointment in
Councillor's
his face
car.
walking off the 18.
The disappointed faces and this club's bent. And it's not my fault.
He's actually got a shaft in there that needs repairing at the moment. He has putter shaft, which somehow...
Should have brought it in with you, mate.
Here comes the putter throw.
But wait, how long have you been involved in golf?
Probably 10 years now. When I started high school, I got into golf. Before that, I was playing cricket, basketball, any other sport I was trying to get my hands on. And then started in high school, which was good because that's the thing. After high school, it was on the way home, go down there for 3 hours every afternoon after school and get home. And it was a good routine to get in, heaps of practice. It was probably easier to practice back then than it is now, but yeah, quite a while now.
Is there a difference you talked about before, just nerves and things like that? Like, you know this course like the back of your hand. You'll know it better than most people who turn up there Saturday and Sunday, but the old story of turning up and doing it under that pressure, that competition, how much does that change everything for you when you step up to the tee on the first as opposed to, you've done it a billion times as opposed to when you're going to step up on the tee for the first on Thursday?
Yeah, it's. I remember my first year, I was nervous the whole first 9, like almost trembling. Second year, first tee shot, I was a bit nervous. Third year, first tee shot, I was a bit nervous. But after that, as soon as you hit that first tee shot and get going, it's all kind of business as usual. There's just a few things you have to worry about because the course is going to be set up different to how you normally play it. Tees are further back, greens are going to be quicker, fairways are probably going to be shorter and tighter. So it's a different course, really.
Prime example of that. Did you see the video? Like Ben Eichen, who I see is playing again this year, they put the video on him. And
Yeah, that was awesome, wasn't it? Yeah.
Dead set. That he was mic'd up and that, and it's like I'd love to
his
see
heart rate.
monitor.
Oh, gee
He
whiz.
was going through the roof. Like he was that nervous. You could see like in that. It
I
was
think
a great
it was
video.
Was it Ben Walker?
Ben
was
Walker was his
caddying
caddy,
for him.
yeah.
And I think he was saying, "Geez, I'm nervous." And,
Yeah.
and
The
things
thing is,
are like,
he's out of his comfort zone, isn't he? That's
Yeah.
the thing. Like, put him in a football game.
Yeah, put him in
completely
Origin or
but
something, but-
something he hadn't done before. Yeah, and like some of these boys are, they play the course, but they're in a completely different environment. Like the pressure is, it's an absolute pressure cooker, isn't it? So.
And your goal is to make the cut. That's what you? Is that?
Yeah, I find it hard to try to set a goal of making the cut. I want to try to set a bit of a higher goal so then I can try to achieve something like that. Like I know even par is probably going to be about it, but trying to go for being as patient as I can and something like 1-2 under each 9 is not a bad score and it's very achievable. So hopefully we're up there after the first couple of rounds.
what's the best you've ever lobbed around there?
7 under one time, and then a bunch of 5-4s under 4 unders. So
A couple of them together would be nice then.
yeah, probably
7 and a 6 will do.
63, 65. Yeah, that'll be okay.
And being an amateur, you obviously still play off a handicap. What are they giving you these days?
off +1 at the moment, so nudging +2 every now and then, but +1 consistently. So it's you don't get a chance to win too many comps. That's
Tell
for
you
sure.
what, it's pretty rough when you see some dirty hackers going around with 30 head start,
still getting
shooting what are they shooting? 48 points and
It's still getting
net 50 somethings, and yeah, it makes it tough on you blokes, doesn't it? I don't know. I'm not looking at any direction anywhere.
I was thinking
here,
that,
but
I was thinking that we played there on Saturday, so Steve's off 6 or 7 or 2 or whatever he's off now.
not enough.
Not enough. I was going okay from my head to go. I hit 11 over the last 3 holes, just fell to pieces, and I still finished 3 over my handicap, and I shot 11 over the last 3 holes.
It's a rort.
I was
It's a
near. I was
rort.
I did-
Criminal.
I did-
Absolute
That's a
thief.
criminal.
I did need consoling on coming off course though, like I'd say, but yeah, but that's what it comes down to, I suppose. Now is that there's no margin for error in this level that you're playing at. There's just no margin for error for you if you want to achieve like those sort of scores and what you want to do to compete well in this tournament.
Yeah, especially at a shorter course. Most of the pros, they're not going to make many bogeys. There's going to maybe 2 or 3 bogeys maximum. You can't have the big numbers on your card, and because you need to be making probably 5-6 birdies and not make big numbers out there to really compete at a place like that.
Who do you think will be some of the players? Like, so if people want to come out, and we talk about this, the top level golf, come out and watch yourself, obviously. But who's some of the bigger names out there that you think people, if they want to come and see some really good golfers play, to come out and have a look?
Yeah, like Olympian Marcus Fraser's playing.
Yep.
You got Nick Cullen. You got Peter Fowler. Those kind of boys, they're going to be all out there giving it a crack. And I reckon the last 3 years we've had 3 different Daniels win. So I reckon we could go 4 in a row maybe with Daniel Gale, or there's a few young names out there who will definitely be up the top there.
Is last year's champ come back to defend the title?
I believe he is, so that should be good.
Another shoey.
That's it.
Remember he ripped the shoe
that's
off and
right.
into her. I think I made that dime of the week, I think.
Good on him. Celebrate.
Yeah, exactly. How do you think Quinn Croker will fare? Obviously, he's qualified there again, as you said. The opportunity is obviously a name that we keep hearing about from all different people about the talent that this young kid's got. So he'll be out there, boots and all, with it as well.
Yeah, I reckon, especially throughout club champs, he was very consistent shooting 2, 3, 1, kind of around that. I think he had 6 under total for the 4 rounds. So again, he's had a lot of tournament experience lately over his school holidays. So I reckon he's going to be a good shot this year. Yeah, I reckon he'll do pretty well actually.
In terms of with who they pair you up with, when do you find that out? Is it Thursday morning you lob up to the course and they say, rightio, you're playing with Gersk?
So usually draw gets released on Tuesday afternoon after all the qualifiers go in on Monday. You'll have your marquee groups through the middle part of each morning and afternoon tee time. Usually they throw all the qualifiers plus some amateurs and stuff like that, usually towards the ends, the early or later times. So in previous years, I've played with a few trainees, a few qualifiers, a few top graduate trainees. So you still play with a bunch of good players. But yeah, it'd be good to play with the big names, but it's definitely, I reckon I'd be pretty nervous though playing with them too.
I'll be throwing some chat, I tell you.
So theoretically, mate, on Sunday afternoon, you're up 1 shot coming down to the 18th. What do? You pull the big hooer out of the bag and give it a slap, or you play it safe?
You have to go for it.
That's it.
If you've got to that point, if you've got to the point that you're leading the tournament coming down the last, you should be pretty confident in how you're hitting it. So pull the big dog out, hit it down the middle, and probably make a stylish birdie to win in front of the home crowd.
Would you rip the shoe off and give us a shoey?
I'd probably rip 2 shoes off and do 2 shoes.
I'll hold you to that.
And the other one I think we should mention, we mentioned him before, but Anthony Timson, great achievements. This is about his 2nd or 3rd year in a row he's qualified for this event through finishing top 2 in the qualifier. Obviously the last few years with Mark Ryle. So he's been so consistent for a long period of time. So it's a real feather in his cap to be there and to compete against the best again as well.
Yeah, of course. This year was probably one of his standout years. Won match play champs, won Zone 2, Darling Downs champs, and got through this qualifier. So I reckon we'll look for a good performance from him as well coming into next week.
And the Britnells. How long have they been playing for? Next minute, the 2 brothers? Next minute, Ed's going to be out there having a run too, is he?
I wonder what we started seeing Matt and Chris playing a lot recently. We were following around the other day, though, out there in a group. So.
How long have they been in the pros down there?
Well, I don't know. How long? Do you know how long the boys have been
Out of
there
school,
now?
pretty much. So one of them
Yeah,
was,
I actually saw that. I think Matt did his it was his 20th year being a PGA member this year. So, yeah, they've been around for quite a while now.
Is Webby playing in the qualifying?
Yeah, he's going to qualifying as well. So
Oh, that might be the round I go to watch. There'll be a bit of heckling there. Webby.
He's actually watching right now.
Beautiful. See you out there, Webby.
So that's the So the qualifiers are on Monday, and they've got all the pro-ams and sponsors events Tuesday, Wednesday. So, and for people who want to come along and have a look, free
free of charge. Just come down, go to the first or 10th tee. They'll give you a tee sheet, let you know when everyone's teeing off, and just don't get hit by any balls and you'll be fine.
I tell you what, it's good. I went and watched a fair bit of it last year, and like these guys are a lot of these guys are scratching, just like they're driving around, sleeping in the back of their cars, trying to make ends meet. That hope of getting an opportunity to move bigger and better things, but mate, the ability that these guys have got, like, it makes you sort of think the guys that are at the top level, like, it's crazy because these guys are unbelievable when you watch them play. Just belt it where they're trying to hit it and then, like, chip it close and then have a putt for birdie. I was like,
sort of joke. It's boring.
Pretty easy game, really.
The game
Isn't it?
is simple.
It's
like,
pretty
why
simple.
is it so hard? Yeah.
Exactly. It is. That's right. Like, you must think to see and then go to the next level. Like, so watching the PGA down at Royal Pines and this sort of level, I was just like, this is boring. They just hit it straight.
Yeah, exactly. Why don't they punch out from under trees and try and swerve it around the bunker? That's where the real skill in
That
golf
is skills.
goes.
With a beer in hand, smoke in the other.
What did the winner shoot last year?
19?
I think it was like 23 actually.
Yeah.
I think he was a little bit in front, and then must have had like 7 or 8 under the last day to kind of take the field apart and win by quite a few. So
It's fair going, isn't it?
Yeah, just carve it up.
Yeah. So, and if, and then also the other event, if you're looking for something to do with, on a date, Valentine's Day night is the putt challenge.
You'd be in that, wouldn't you? You and the bride?
No,
Valentine's Day. He'd have something a bit better than that on, surely.
She's working.
King of romance.
She's working at it. So
I've got about 30 over on that putt course. 4 in.
Is that when you ruined your putter?
No, I used to home one, so I was respectful of it. I'll tell you what, it did my head in. Like normal putting. So.
I took the missus down there a while ago. Give her an absolute flogging. Didn't want to go
What
back.
about the golf?
Didn't want to go back. Hasn't want to go back playing. You can't. You got to be competitive, haven't you? Like,
oh well, that'll be on Friday. Go down there again.
not a good idea.
The pros are down there as well. Well, they have been in past years. I remember when I was down there. That's where I met Chris Tate, who worked at had the same name as the councillor, but wasn't that bloke.
Tatey's on here too.
Yeah, he's on.
You're doing the form for the wet track at Eagle Farm, probably.
Tatey's tips.
You got a tip for him in the 7th?
No. Maybe.
But yeah, so that's all. So that's happening on the Friday night. But as I said, first 2 rounds are Thursday and Friday. What time sun up to sundown, basically?
Pretty big field, so tee times are about 6:30 through to there's a morning field till about 8:30. Then again, 10:30 through to 12:30, and they'll be going till 5 o'clock probably.
Yeah. So and then obviously the cut, and then Saturday, Sunday the final 2 rounds, and also which is great for the tournament, and obviously Toowoomba that it's on Fox and on KO Sports is the afternoon sessions of the Saturday and the Sunday. So
Beautiful.
That's pretty good as well for the first time that's happening there also. So. So Wade, we wish you all the best. We hope that you're through there first 2 rounds, and we'll see you out this Saturday and Sunday competing with the big boys. And as Steve said, up 1 coming down the 18th.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll see you up in the marquee. Just a mate of mine from Brisbane's coming down.
Beautiful.
Got a scramble team yet?
I have actually. Sorry.
That's cruel.
Yeah, that's coming up as well, isn't it? So.
Need someone to carry us.
Never a dull moment. Always an opportunity. But, all the best, mate, and thanks so much for coming in. And let's hope that it goes well for yourself and all the other local boys that are involved in the tournament.
All right, thanks for having me, boys.
So Wade Edwards joining us there. So the golf, remember, qualifying starts on Monday, and then the first round Thursday, and goes right through till Sunday afternoon, or sort of late Sunday afternoon. We'll have the winner of the PGA. We'll take a break on the semi-pros. Stay with us.
At the Southern Hotel, our Sunday steak special has been so popular, we want to offer it on Saturday too. 180-gram rump mignon, 400-gram New York cut T-bone, or a huge 500-gram grain-fed rump, all for just $23.95. It's better at the Southern.
Just about do, mate. Surely. There you go. That's outstanding. That much talent running around in our own backyard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the semi-pros. The Semi-Pros.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. The Skull.
Plug it.
Thanks for joining us back on the Semi-Pros. Yeah, it'll be fantastic. So it's a little bit ordinary, isn't it, Steve? We can't play next weekend because some other blokes are on the course.
Yeah, I know. I might have to go up to the other course in town and try and win there. Steal some of their dollars up there.
But I think the point you made before is right, isn't it? Like when you watch, well, like I said, I'll go another level. I watch, not to, piss in his pocket, I watch Steve playing. I'm like, Jesus, how good's this bloke? And then you see, like, Queensland PGA, the Australian PGA, and then as you said, then there's another level to that.
Oh, you look at the guys that probably the Euro Tour or the qualifiers. I was watching a bit of the second in qualifying for a Euro ticket, then Euros. Like there's a lot of the Euros are other world class guys too than the US, and mate, they're just unbelievable. And then you see some of those blokes have 5 and 6 or 7 or 8 over and around. You think, how tough's that? Like, what would I shoot there?
Exactly.
150 watt.
Amazing. So no, but yeah, no, it'd be good to see Wade down there a bit. So great to see him and a number of other locals with the opportunity to play in.
Jeez, he rattled a few off, didn't he?
In your home event. Yeah. So hopefully it all goes quite well. But yeah, now I know why we see a lot of those blokes out playing a bit more lately.
Yeah.
Matt and Chris, I was following them in a group the other day, and so out there getting it a bit. It's your home event.
Exactly. As we said
What
before,
better-
you've got
what
plenty of
better
people
pride?
watching.
What better pride to be able to play in your home city's event. So that's something that Wade and a lot of the guys will get to do next week. But yeah, no, so great to have him on the show. Right, Southern Hotel, just out a big day there Monday, Super Bowl.
Did you pop in, did you?
Were you there? Yeah, were you there cheering on the? Who do you support?
49ers, you were.
I had to do some work Monday.
I was the sole man that picked the champions.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
The 49ers defence got picked apart.
The patterns you were talking
The
about.
patterns didn't work, did they?
They left the patterns at home on Monday.
Talk about
Tell you what.
taken down the straight. Last quarter, they're up by 11 or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Boom.
I'll tell you what though.
Take me home.
Performance of
Pat
J-Lo at
Mahomes.
half-time. Oh, my
she hasn't
God.
aged a day, has she? Good heavens.
I didn't see it, but I kept seeing these posts of,
Shakira.
I wish I looked like that when I was 50 and blah, blah, blah.
I remember crushing her at school.
J-Lo.
Yeah.
Jenny from the block.
Jenny from the block, that's it.
Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got.
I'm still Jenny from the block.
That one.
Anyway.
Used to have a little, now she got a
Anyway,
lot.
yeah. But she's still
And
Jenny.
Shakira, a pair of them. Gee whiz.
She's still Jenny from the block.
Good on them. God bless them.
But yeah, so the Southern, they're all happening on Monday. Thanks to the Southern for supporting us here. They sponsor our next segment. I love this segment, the Shot Clock, 24 seconds. What have we got today? What topics are coming up? I don't know what they are. Okay, righto, Joe, you can start it. So, tennis just finished. We saw Australian Open, Novak Djokovic belted his way towards his 8th Australian Open. Absolutely dismantled Federer. So I was saying, is Gibbsy on? Jason Gibbs? He's like that. I said, mate, did you not see the semi-final? He's just made Roger look like...
Roger was crook.
Yeah, but, jeez, he
Roger.
behind. But anyway.
He's got Roger's measure.
Yeah, doesn't he? Anyway, so that's the first question. So Southern Hotel Shot Clock. Is Novak Djokovic the undisputed king of men's tennis?
Nope. Nah. Still a fair way behind the top two in Rafa and Rog.
A fair way.
What's he 3? He's 3.
He's about 1 year off it, I reckon.
Nah.
So he's not the best. No, the question is he's not the best player in men's tennis right now.
Right now, what's he ranked in the world?
1.
1 now.
Is he in 1 now?
Yeah.
Nah. Can't cop the bloke.
Oh, it means you can't play tennis.
Yeah, no.
Time is not up. I'm cutting you off.
I'll tell you, I said it last week. Zarev and young Thiem, the two up-and-comers.
That's not the question.
I don't care.
It's not the question.
He's only good in Australia. It's like they're always bagging Nadal, mate. He's only good in France.
24 seconds. You're off. Gursky?
Yeah, he's back to where he was before he got injured. He was dominating Nadal and Federer before he got injured. Now he's come back. He's probably not quite back to where he was, and he's dominating them again. He's the best player at the moment, for sure. And he's number 1 again. Number 1 for me. Love him or hate him, he's still the best at the moment.
Steve?
Yep, he's the king current time. He's just like Federer, I think, as we said before, and I think he might be on the downslide. These up-and-comers you speak of, they, exactly as we thought, the occasion got to them. He should have put him away team, and if he was a bit more seasoned, maybe he would, but Djokovic I don't know how he won that final still. He just hung in. He looked gone. He looked like he'd spat the dummy, but he got home. So it takes a special talent to be able to do that. So at the moment, he's going to be hard to beat, and he'll be hard to beat everywhere.
No doubt about it.
There you go.
Righto,
The
there's
Joker.
your answer. You're 24 seconds or thereabouts. He, by a mile, he's that far in front of the other two right now that it's not a contest. He'll go he's on
So
a whole new level.
he'll beat Nadal in France, will he?
He's just probably wouldn't put
Good
it
luck
past
to
him.
him.
I know he's a freak, obviously on the clay. So, but he is unbelievable.
I reckon, I was saying to you boys the other day, they're all going to end up at some stage on 20. Nadal will win the French again. He'll go to 20. Roger will be on 20. And I'm telling you, Djokovic will be win a few, and they'll all end up on 20. And then,
Wimbledon in the US.
yeah, and then Djokovic will end
2020
up
and they're all on 20.
He'll go to 25 probably or something. He'll go 23, 23.
Hope
sure.
not. Hope not. Yeah. Doesn't deserve it. He's a goose.
Doesn't deserve it. Doesn't work hard enough. Is that the problem? Or-
He's just a retard.
I'll tell you what, he looked pretty good the other one. So anyway, so that was our question. I think we got a poll there for you as well. Share your thoughts. Is Djokovic the king? Righto. Southern Hotel shot clock. Now they finally, after all of the backwards and forwardsing, how many rounds, no rematch clauses, no this, no that, where's it going to be, who gets the money? Horn and Zoo, they've signed on the dotted line. It's going to happen April 22, venue TBA. Biggest domestic fight in Australia since Danny Green v Anthony Mundine won. Past versus future, present versus future, whatever you want to call it. Massive event. They said it'll generate. They reckon it'll generate $5 million.
Jeez, it's a big call, isn't it?
So
A lot of money.
Anyway, question: Southern Hotel shot clock. Who wins the fight? Who wins, Horn or Zoo? Joel?
What weight?
Super welter or whatever they're fighting at. Light middle, whatever you want to call it.
I'm going Horn. He's every time I've tipped against him, he's. But for when Zarafa upset him, when I bit of a plug here for myself, when I give us a little shout out at $6 odds Zarafa the first time when he beat him, but he just proves time and time again. Like it doesn't matter what they do, he just keeps proving them wrong. If he
Horn.
Yeah, I'm going Horn.
I'm going Zoo, up and comer. He's got a lot more room for improvement, I think, and I think that last fight could have taken a bit out of Horn. And whether he's got that passion like he did have, we'll find out. But I think Zoo's he's on the way up. I think he's gonna he'll take Horn.
So you're in the young gun, right?
Yeah.
So there's another vote for Tim Zoo 2.0. Steve Zoo Horn.
Zoo. It's got more to look forward to. Hungrier. He'll beat him convincingly.
What round?
Probably 2.
2.0 and 2.
TT2.
I like a statement.
Yeah.
So you're in the Zoo camp. Righto. Okay. So what's that? Who are you with? Horn
I'm on the Hornet.
and 2 Zoo ones.
I'm on Zoo.
I got no idea.
It's a bit
I
like
have
that.
No
It's
idea.
it's 100% like that.
It's a simple case of if Zoo, in all due respect, has not
Fought anyone.
fought anyone of the caliber of Horn. You got to remember, like Horn's fought Crawford. I know he keeps rolling out Pacquiao, but he did. He beat him. And
He beat him fair and square.
And Pacquiao's gone on and won a world title since. So I thought maybe Pacquiao was finished then when he rolled him, but he's proven that wrong. But even you look at that Rico Mueller, all these other blokes he's fought, all those blokes would be better than anyone that Zoo's faced.
100%. 100%.
But, you know. there's
Rise
no-
to the challenge,
I think
Exactly.
Troy
Yep.
and I think Troy hit the
Exactly.
nail on the head. That last fight could have taken
And
a
that's the other-
lot out of him, and that's a big thing in boxing when they can get old overnight just
that
like
was
that.
a brutal.
Oh.
Well, the two of them, really. The two fights he's had with Zarafa.
Yeah.
So I reckon if the money wasn't on the table and the opportunity to seize on it now wasn't there, they would have been looking at an easier.
It's a violation, mate.
Anyway, done. Next. You're right. Speaking of violations, so NBA All-Star, they pick the teams and all that sort of stuff. There's always someone who's hard done by. Who was the hardest done by that missed out on All-Star selection? Joel?
The man that was the MVP that's putting up better numbers than he was when he was the MVP, little Derek Rose. Thought he was a bit stiff to miss out. Old D Rose, kissed by a rose.
He's putting up better numbers than he was MVP.
Haven't he? He has been.
No.
Couldn't have been.
He
Stop
was.
it.
100% was. He was putting up. It might have been going back a month now, but he certainly was.
No. He was
For
putting
about-
up bigger
for
numbers
about
than
2
LeBron.
games.
Like that season, he put up bigger numbers than LeBron, I think, when he got MVP. Or
Regardless,
close to it.
D Rose,
Yeah,
Stiff.
yeah, Rose,
Booker,
Devon.
20. What's he averaging here? 27.1 a game, 6.5 assists, and shooting at 63.4. Not bad numbers, then. Can't get a spot. See you later. So yeah, he's having a cracking season. Team's kind of slid a little bit, which might be why he's missed out. But he's the one that's
slid.
Yeah.
How'd they slide? They had
They've
no
been garbage.
downslope to
they
go
had
down.
they had a bit of a rise for a while in that. Yeah. But yeah, no,
But
he's having,
previous
he's
seasons-
having a cracking season.
Give Aaron Baines an all-star spot then.
All right,
On maker.
you're right, Steve. You're on. Who's unlucky?
This guy's unlucky because Milwaukee Bucks are on the way to be the third team in history to have 70 wins. Eric Bledsoe, they were missing a guard. He stood up, 15.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, 5.2 assists. They're 43-7 at the moment, and he's only playing 26 minutes a game. So give him the minutes that these superstars are getting, and he would be probably the MVP.
Do you reckon they'll have a 70? 70 season?
Could be who's on the show next week. There's a question. Will the Bucks do 70? I went Bradley Beal, Dollar Beal, putting up unbelievable numbers.
28.6, 6.3 assists per game.
Is that what he's putting up? Yeah.
And the
Off the top of my head.
rest of the team are doing nothing.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's the problem. Otherwise, he would have been.
Yeah.
But is your team winning got anything to do with All Star
No,
selection?
that's right.
Seems to, but doesn't it?
Yeah, it shouldn't.
Lonzo Ball's stiff to miss too.
LaMelo as well. Next question. Who wins the BBL final? Now, the semi-final.
Tonight.
So Sydney.
It's on now, isn't it?
Sydney
Yeah.
Sixers are hosting, apparently.
Yep.
They're home and hosed.
They're hosting it if they get on with all the wet weather, etc., etc.
They'll be hoping they don't. They win it
Now,
anyway,
tonight,
don't they?
so tonight's the
Melbourne
Stars
v-
and the other Sydney team. Thunder?
Yeah, Thunder.
Righto. So who wins the BBL final?
Sixers in an all Sydney final.
Yeah.
Sticking with them. Tipped them last week. It's riding the wave.
So
Sixer for life, baby.
So Sixers to roll the Thunder.
Yep. All Sydney final. Yeah. 5 overs. 5 over game.
That's the thing. Like, who knows what sort of game we're leaving out, if there will be any game. Whether, there's all sorts of things going.
This is the easiest selection ever.
Okay.
Go on.
Sixers.
Good boy.
No contest.
Duckworth
Do you
Lewis.
know why? Because it will be no contest. They won't play. It'll rain.
And they win. That's how it works.
They win,
I'm assuming,
yeah.
'cause
Get
they-
on now. What are, the
That's a good
Sixers,
comp.
what are the Sixers paying to win the comp? Whatever they're paying, get on them. They can't lose.
Yeah, fair enough.
Won't play.
Watch this.
That's not a bad idea there.
What are they?
Would there be a loophole or to win the
never been
BBL?
a-
Then
That's
they'd probably close that market now. It'd be
Yeah.
win the grand final. So better get on there and have a look.
With a house on them.
now.
They get rolled.
Into FOMO. Where have we got here?
11s it is. Short and tight. What do
I'll tell you what. Well, if they do get on, I'm going to go with the Thunder, just because Sixers have had the one game in however long it's been since the season finished. What's that, week and a half? Thunder have played the eliminator. They won that. They won the knockout. They've got momentum moving forward. Like 2020, anyone can beat anyone, and I'd rather be going in off the back of a couple of wins pretty recently than having a break and coming out. So
That's it.
Thunder.
Thunder. Oh, well, just to be different then. So I'll go with the green fellas. What are they? Stars. Melbourne.
They're
Maxwell.
$1.36 to win the game now, the old Stars.
They love a choke, Melbourne.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
that out of the
straight-
yeah, they got that out
straight
of the,
sets.
They got that out of the way last week. Now they'll
They haven't got it out of the way for the last 9 years.
this season. I'm talking about this season. They got that out of the way last week. They'll bounce back. Maxwell will scored 1,000 runs, and Stoinis, does he play for them?
Yeah.
He'll score
He'll be
the other
dark on
1,000.
not going to. Where is he off to?
He
India?
missed out. Yeah.
What is
Okay.
the score? Someone's old Hutto has just said
Stoinis
Stoinis is carving
carving 'em up.
So he must be
There you go.
slapping him around a bit.
So there we go. Righto. Next question. See this during the week. So Danny Nikolic, champion jockey. He was my favourite jockey years ago.
Champion.
He what did he win? He won the Caulfield Cup on Mummify. He won a lot of Group 1s. He's a very good jockey. But
Good punter.
he's had his share of indiscretions in recent times. And
Well, not recent.
Yeah,
He's been out since 2012, hasn't he?
yeah, well, since then.
long time.
Yeah, since then. Well,
Yeah.
it seems to be. And he's tried to. He went to Victoria to try to get licensed. They said no. He went to New South Wales. They said no. He went to Queensland. Apparently, he was going to try and ride up up north in town.
Let him in.
Yeah.
Jeez, carve him up there, wouldn't he? Imagine him riding around Townsville and that on a Tuesday or whenever they race. But anyway, but there seems to be quite a thing at the moment that they just deem he is an improper person to hold a license, which any racing jurisdiction has the
right to refuse.
To refuse. But as I read an article during the week, actually written by Steve Brassel, and he sort of said, well, there's more to this story. Obviously, like they keep saying that he's not. Like it's almost like they're not saying why he hasn't been granted a license. But he just it just keeps being
It's a closed sign.
Yeah,
everywhere
basically.
he goes.
And they've sort of used examples where they've said, well, there's a bloke back now riding track work who was convicted of murder. He went to jail, did his time, he's out. Jason Piper.
Pipes.
The
Pied
Piddle
Piper.
Pepper.
Rowdy. Yeah, so he's apparently, yeah. Anyway, so question, Danny Nikolic, does he deserve a jockey's licence?
Yeah, give him a go. As he said in that article, I think it was the headline, wasn't it? I don't claim to be a choir boy. All I want's a fair go. If that's the case, like you say, that there's a bloke who's done his time and whatever have you, been put there in the cells and he's come back riding track work. That's a fair precedence to bloody.
You're our resident legal man. Is there?
Mate, I don't know the old Curric or whatever it is jurisdiction.
I don't think
Unfortunately,
Nobody does.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, but I think he deserves a fair go. Yeah, give him a go.
Give him a licence, Bobs.
Bring him back. Exactly. He's done his time. What did you say? It was 2012.
Or give him a bit of or tell him a specified amount of time. Then if they're going to ban him,
Or say you've got
a life ban. Just come out and say it.
There's
That's
been
right.
some blokes that have done some pretty bad things in racing at times, and
Fair few
they're
of them
back
pun on
involved.
themselves.
Back involved.
Damien Oliver.
As a
So this-
trainer, young Munts. He did a few things that weren't pretty right. He's back in the game. Give him a go. Bring him back. Let's get it happening. Let's get Danny back.
Hashtag Nikolic in.
Steve.
Yeah, give him a go. I'll give sort of Curric a tip. If they're going to rub out any improper person out of the racing industry, we're going to be running horses around like greyhounds.
That's right. It's
They'll
not-
have no one to sit on their back.
She's not
We'll
the
get some
cleanest
monkeys
sport.
involved.
I don't think it's ever proclaimed to be the cleanest sport, has it?
No,
It's a bit like cycling.
I think he's got on the wrong side of a few people with a bit of authority, Danny, and
Correct.
he's copped it hard. But yeah, get him back. Give him a go. Just let him know which one he's hooking.
Tweet it or something.
Give us like a wave out of
Yeah.
the.
Oh, Nicolas throwing his whip out of the gates.
That's all I asked. That's all I asked. Just a little bit of inside
It's
info.
only a rort if you're not involved in it.
Exactly.
No, I just want to know why he's obviously, as I said, he's got a life ban. There's obviously
Something underlying, isn't there?
it has to be. There has to be.
Big juicy story, I reckon.
And
Oh, we want to hear it.
so
Danny, you hearing us?
We should get him on.
so we'll give
Mate, you open mic, brother.
and I'll say we've got legal representation here for you.
It'll cost him. Jeez, I'll tell you what.
He said he reckons he's paid over $2 million fighting this in legal fees.
Oh, they're criminals themselves, those lawyers, aren't they? Criminals themselves.
But that's what he said. $2 million.
Someone's got the lot anyway. Jeez.
Yeah. So anyway, so we'll see. So I don't know. Can you go to South Australia, Tasmania? So Victoria no, New South Wales no, now Queensland no.
Send him up to Darwin.
Carl
Killer
Spry.
Carl Spry.
Woody will
The Packer will
Yeah,
get him in there.
you know.
get him going out there. So up there even. So good luck to him. But anyway, that's a look at that segment. That's a look at our shot clock. Thanks to the Southern Hotel. Pop down and see the team there at the Southern. Thank you for supporting us here on the Semi-Pros. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have a look at our Hogan's Family Jewelers Rocks and Diamonds and our losers/winners of the week. We haven't got a winner yet.
Toowoomba Together wants to break the silence by empowering our sporting clubs to join together and embed social change. Do we accept abusing players or officials? Not in our club.
Do we accept verbal, physical or mental abuse towards women, men or our kids? Not in our club.
Do we accept foul language? Not in our club.
Not in our club.
Not in our club.
Hi guys, Lockie here from Hogan's Family Jewelers. Today we're looking at how you select a perfect diamond. We need to consider the 4 C's: cut, colour, clarity and carat weight. In terms of discussing the cut of a diamond, we need to consider the aspects of the qualities of cut. At Hogan's, we only source triple excellent cut diamonds. In terms of colour, we look for the perfect white stone. We source stones from a D through to a G in colour, the top 4 colour gradings. Clarity is another really important factor in selecting your diamond. We don't want to look at the diamond every day and see inclusions or marks in the stones that distract from the beauty of the piece. The final of the 4 C's is carat weight. A lot of people believe that a diamond's value is based just on its carat weight. This isn't truly the case. It's a combination of all the 4 C's put together. There's one final hidden factor that I need to discuss about finding the perfect diamond. It's called fluorescence. When she wears the ring in natural sunlight, UV light, where the diamond is supposed to sparkle at its optimum level, you don't want any reaction. You don't want the diamond to go foggy, or a milky colour, or even a little neon blue sort of tinge through the diamond. This is why we only sell nil fluorescence diamonds and make sure that that diamond stays crystal clear whether you're indoors or outdoors. There'll be no reaction to natural sunlight. Fluorescence is one of the largest factors of devaluing a diamond. Be careful. Out there you might find diamonds that seem cheap, but truly they're going to be cheap for a reason. At Hogan's, we prefer our clients to experience superior quality diamonds. We only source the highest grade of GIA certified diamonds. That's the Gemological Institute of America, the harshest grading lab in the world. Some of you may have done some research on diamonds before and may fully understand the 4 C's. But if not, we've got knowledgeable staff that will help you and guide you through selecting the perfect diamond. At the end of the day, it's all about quality, and at Hogan's, we prefer quality.
Just about do, mate. Surely. There you go. That's outstanding. That much talent running around in our own backyard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the semi-pros. The semi-pros.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. The Skull.
Welcome back to the show. Thanks to Hogan's Family Jewellers, and congratulations to Hogan's Family Jewellers. Well, they see that day. Proud to announce that they've been named finalists in the jewellery category for the 2020. Actually, this post won't open for me, but it's on the Facebook page, so put up there. So congratulations to them. So they got a nomination there for that. So all the best, Lockie Hogan and the team there. Rocks and Diamonds presented by Hogan's Family Jewellers. Rock of the week. Joel, what have you come up with?
Mates, it's fitting that we had the Not In Our Club come on before because your man, Tank, Javonna DV Davis. If you haven't seen it, disgraceful.
That's 7 million views or something they said on social media.
Have you boys see it?
No.
He's at a basketball game somewhere.
Charity basketball game.
And there's a I presume it's his girlfriend.
It's the mother of his child.
Yeah, and he's come up to her in the front row and grabbed her around the throat and just dragged her out. Straight out of the stadium.
What happened? What was it going?
Oh, he had to. I don't know. Didn't find out the details, mate. But something upset the big fella. But anyway, that's just not on that. That's just absolute garbage and disgraceful behaviour. Never been a fan of the old the Tank Davis. He's a Mayweather wannabe, but he hasn't got the tools to go with it, I don't think. But he's certainly following in Mayweather's lead there. With that sort of behaviour, anyway. But that's Rock of the Week for me.
Yep, good nomination. Troy?
I've got this absolute goose. ESPN commentator Tony Kornheiser. So he got asked the other day on, the topic we said before about Federer and Nadal and Djokovic. He got asked about Djokovic, whether he is up there with the other two, and he said that he's nowhere near the other two. He's way behind because, that's what he said, Djokovic is padding his record by beating old men like Nadal and Federer. Well,
I agree with him.
Yeah, well, come on, mate. And he's gone on to say that...
When's the last time anyone, bar those three, won a...
Dave won 53 of the last 61
Serious?
titles. It was
Goran
absolutely
Ivan
ridiculous.
What about your man, Goran Ivan?
I think Safin was in there, won the Aussie Open. There was...
Aaron Safin, wow.
Gee whiz, that is a long time ago.
Del Potro had won one or
Martin
two.
Del Potro.
Andy Murray won something.
Murray won a couple.
Murray only won 2 or 3, and that was it. They won the
US,
rest.
I think he won Wimbledon, did he?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, but for him to go and say that, and he's saying that that the Australian Open is a nothing tournament. He's won 8 or 9. He's saying it's a low tournament. The US Open, because he's American, obviously the US is number 1. Wimbledon comes in a distant second, and then there's the French and the Australian. So
what is the number 1? You reckon?
Well, there isn't. They're all 4 majors. They're all equal. They're majors.
But come on, there's got to be a 1. In your opinion,
Wimbledon's got the
I reckon
the history,
Wimbledon, surely.
Yeah,
Wimbledon.
but you know, and for him to say this, and for him to say that he's padding it by winning 8 or 9. What's he won? Australian 8 or 9.
8.
Nadal's won 13 or something French.
Yeah.
Federer's won 8 or 9 Wimbledon. So they're all got
So
their
Federer's
favourite
the best, is
tournament,
what you're
but
saying. He's won the best tournament 8 or 9 times, what you just said.
the most prestigious tournament he's won 8 or 9 times, yes. But yeah, what a goose. See ya, get in the bin.
Fair enough. Stephen?
What do you got? He's got the big grin he's got here. He must have a doozy here.
Oh, I
Look at
just
this.
found a cracker.
He's like a Cheshire cat.
Exactly. FA Cup. I think I'll give an FA Cup.
Yeah, you're giving it a roast.
Yeah, this one's a good one. English Spectator.
It
took his football celebrations to a whole new level. Alan St. Maximin's late FA Cup winner at Oxford. So he's in the crowd. Got pretty excited here. And like I've seen some crazy celebrations go on, the old high five, the old slap on the butt, all that sort of willy-nilly stuff that goes on. But this young fan has dropped the strides.
On the camera too.
Yeah, yep. What's made it better? The electronic advertising hoarding board was displaying an advert for Viagra at the time. So he's dropped the strides, ripped out the willy, and given the old-fashioned helicopter
Yeah,
a
helicopter
chance.
round and round.
He started winding
Cheese
her
was
up.
good too.
Winding her up. I'll tell you, one, you've got to be a
Is this your
confident
rock-
bloke to do that to start with. But
Is
He's
this your
packing some
rock
heat.
or diamond of the week?
rock of the week.
I reckon it's diamond
Can't go
material.
doing this.
It's diamond material.
Can't go doing this.
Did he have a helicopter or what?
Oh yeah, had a fair bit of wind behind it.
Yeah. It started. His feet got off the ground, but anyway, yeah. So co-commentator, something special could be happening here, and that's right out of the top drawer. So
Out of the top button. There you go. So
The old helicopter.
helicopter, like I don't know. It's probably more sensible ways to celebrate, but that ain't one.
It was unique.
Has he got? Did he get like fined or censored or like barred or?
It wasn't censored. It was all live.
No,
He's just run down the stairs and just popped her out.
By
Well, they showed the light.
Sorry, probably wrong choice of words. I just mean, has he copped some form of infringement for his action?
I don't know. Yeah.
He's come over, like the old mate scored the goal, and he's come running over there, and then old mate's come down the stairs, so the camera's like looking at him celebrating the goal, and there he is just in the forefront. I would have made that the diamond of the week. That was an absolute doozy, that.
The chopper.
So look it up.
We'll put it on the page.
Yeah, it's on news.com. It's blurred out, and I'll tell you what, it's a pretty big blurry bit.
Massive big censored across it.
So the helicopter's your
rock of the week.
Rock of the week. Oh God, good one. What have I got? I'm on the line of Bubs with Bag and ESPN commentators. Skip Bayless, they were going to say something. Him and Stephen A. And they got to always come up with something. Skip Bayless was trying to mount some argument that the Lakers don't have a closer, and Kyle Kuzma is the best closer that they've got. LeBron or AD, like I was just like,
Hasn't LeBron closed before?
no,
Yeah.
apparently.
A few times, I think.
He was sort of basically was mounting an argument why he said like Kyle Kuzma is their closer. He's cold blooded.
I think LeBron closed
He was the only man
Golden
that-
State 3-1 down once, didn't he?
Like, Kyle Kuzma was the only one they were talking about on the trade block for the Lakers.
Yeah. So
This is the only one with value.
Because he's a closer.
This is a retirement village.
But that's what Skip's saying, that they can't get rid of Kuzma, he said, but in his way he carried on as well. And he's probably right, because LeBron runs the show, as we know, but he just said, he's not in the clique.
In the hood.
Yeah, the clique. He's not in the clutch clique and all the rest of it with Davis and...
What did the other
Bryant.
commentators say?
Oh, I think they just basically sort of similar response to what we've given, like, switch on.
Come on, man.
I don't know if Skip Bayless runs his Twitter at Skip Bayless, but he says some stupid things.
I know.
on there.
Remember he went for that whole period where he wouldn't call Kawhi Leonard because he's a Spurs fan. He just kept referring to him as number 2 because he was dirty on him for what he did to the Spurs. He just kept calling him number 2.
That's nice.
Good one, Skip.
Yeah, exactly. Hogan's Family Jewelers, Rocks or Diamonds, Diamond of the Week. It's a lot to follow on from. What do you got, Diamond of the Week?
Diamond of the week. I've got a lad that went to, he's an Aussie boy playing for England. He went to school at TSS. Good mates with his brother, old Rory Hayne, but Sammy Hayne playing for England, eh? Now, Bubs, you know a bit more about this than I do, but well, he's knocked 122 not out in a man of match performance against Cricket Australia 11.
Yeah, against Cricket Australia 11. Yeah, so he's in the England Lions team, which is their second.
Like England A sort of thing, yeah.
England A. So he's probably not far off. If he keeps getting a few of those scores, getting a crack.
So he's a Gold Coast boy that plays for
England.
Plays for England. Yeah, I think their old boy played England Rugby A back in the day. So the Hayne family, the Hayne plane, Semi Hayne.
So he'll be like
122 not out in the man of the match.
Bloke's name? His dad was a teacher at Harrods. Grant Jones. Grant Jones. He was keeper for England.
I played against against Durant. Yeah, he was a stock standard cricketer.
Yeah,
and he's still a stock standard cricketer when he played for England too.
Yeah, as keeper. Yeah, in the Ashes, like at the height of when they had really good teams.
When he looked out of place playing second grade in Brisbane, same time he was playing for England. That's the type of player he wasn't flash. Yeah.
And he was the keeper. He came over, whether it was, I can't remember if it was a home Ashes as for them or out here. I think it was out here actually.
No, he played Nick. The one 2004 when they beat us, he was their keeper.
Yeah.
So good on him.
Yeah.
So a bit of luck. Semi might end up there as well. So 122 not out. Semi Hayne, man of the match.
Bubs, what are you nominating as?
I was going to go one that Steve's got, so I'll go something different.
What, the helicopter?
This bloke. No, I'll go Sports Day and Downs. I've got their awards dinner on Saturday night.
You're going, eh?
No, I'm unavailable Saturday.
Oh, okay.
James will be there on the mic, I'd say, but
the roving mic.
I think we spoke about this last year. They gave away over $1 million worth of money to local athletes, doing great stuff, getting local athletes to chase their dreams and throw a few dollars in their back pocket to help them do it. So, yeah, Sports Day and Downs, hats off to you. Saturday night, get down there if you want to see some good athletes getting some awards.
Entertainment Plus.
Yes, with you on the mic. That's entertainment.
Speed painter.
You hosting?
No.
He'll be doing some stuff. He'll be on the mic for sure. He can't help himself.
I'll try.
Roving mic or something.
Steve, what have you come up with?
We've got
fair bit to follow on from after you rocked.
Yeah, I know. It was a cracker. But this one will top that easy. So we heard her on the show before, Georgia Vole.
I thought you were going to take mine, but yeah, keep going.
No, so she's playing into cricket when we had her on, Cricket Rugby League, budding superstar coming through. So a little bit about her season. She's playing for Sandgate Redcliffe in the Premier League, so the Catherine Raymond Shield. And what is she now, 17? 16, 17, 18? 16 or 17?
17, I think, yeah.
Anyway, so she's done there. She's made, she's turned up twice in that competition, so that's basically the highest you can get without playing the national competition. So 119 versus Gold Coast, 101 versus UQ. Took a 5 against UQ too. And she was rewarded earlier in the week with her debut for the Queensland Fire in the 2020. I think it was against Victoria. She didn't get any runs. Opened the batting and didn't get, I think, LBW for 3 or something like that. But anyway, 2 for 11 off 3. But on debut, 17-year-old, massive future in the game. We see women's cricket flying, and she'll
be a part of that.
Oh, for sure. Like, she hopefully see her sort of cement her spot regularly in that Fire team, and she can continue to take her Premier grade performances there. Who knows? You won't see her up in there in the, what do the Australian chicks call themselves? Australia. Don't have a nickname?
Cricket Rose or something?
No.
Yeah.
So what's the
Crickaburras.
What's the What's the Australian men's? What are they?
I don't know.
Australian cricket team.
Yeah. So
men's cricket team.
Yeah, so it's Australian women's cricket team.
It's original.
So that's taken by the Australian men indoors.
So what do you dub them?
The Crickaburras. There's something in that.
Yeah, exactly.
Crickaroos.
The cricket and the men are the Crickaroos.
Crickaroos, yeah. Could be.
The Crickaburras. The Crickabats. Would that be fitting?
But anyway, no, all serious. Georgia Vole's absolutely flying, so playing down there. And there's a fair few of the local girls in Toowoomba playing in that Premier grade competition.
We got some real good girls coming through.
Playing there for the UQ team, and a plethora more. So it goes to show the strength of what we've got locally. Women's cricket and going down there, and there's a lot of people doing a lot of things. Justin Anderson and Anthony
that's hats
Clark.
off to the Toowoomba girls getting a comp going earlier than other regions did.
Yep.
And they're reaping the rewards now.
Seeing the players that are coming through. Yeah, so when you said we had on the show before, I thought you were going to take mine. I noticed during the week, my diamond of the week, Alicia Newman, the referee, she refereed, she's the first
ever
female to referee a male international hockey game. It was
There you
also
go.
a 50th
Fair
international
effort,
cap. So that's got to be obviously one, it is a feather in her cap, but hopefully that puts her in.
That'll be a 4X gold lead question down the track.
Who was the first female? Who was the first female referee of a men's?
We'll know the answer.
Exactly. So, and you'd think getting that appointment would have to put her in good stead for. She's obviously hoping to
Go to the Olympics, wouldn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So she's going to the Olympics, but see what sort of games she gets. So yeah, so congratulations to her. She's one of the nominees.
Nominees in
actually.
the
Just got a viewer comment come through here. There's no nickname to promote equality with the men's team.
Good one from the Mrs. Bubbler there.
Very good.
Informative.
Let's see him face Stark.
What's that got to do with the name? What's that got to do with the name?
Equality. They play against the same bowlers.
Here we go. Going to start some.
I was about to say-
Healy.
Yeah, old Healy
Alyssa
faces him.
Healy.
Faces him every night when they go to bed, probably.
That's a bat.
That'll do. I was going to say, you could dig yourself out of this hole.
It's
Not now.
got bigger.
Get in it.
It's got nothing. Anyway, let's leave it there. So let's pick a loser for the week. We're 0 from about 48.
Are we really owed?
Yeah, we haven't got one on
We've
the
got
board
one
yet.
collect, and that was because mine was scratched. That doesn't really count.
Okay, let's do
You
this.
go, Troy. What do you got?
Let's do this. Let's get the mouldy this week. Right, I'll kick us off. Melbourne race 8, number 3, Scales of Justice.
Win the ore.
To win the ore, it's about $2.80. Get on now because it'll be $1.50. Probably not, but who knows? But no, yep, I think it'll win. Scales of Justice, Melbourne race 8, number 3.
Righto. Joel? Or who's?
I'm staying down in Caulfield as well. Caulfield race 5. This has been a real good horse for us, this horse. Race 5, number 1, Microphone. 3-year-old colt. Well back first up. Didn't get the chockies down there at Moonee Valley.
If it doesn't win this race, it'll never win again. There you go.
Jeez.
Well, I'm serious. If it doesn't win this
price
race,
is it?
It'll never win again.
Correct.
It's $3 something, $3.40, I think.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Anyway,
$3.20 you'll
if
get.
it doesn't win this race, it'll never win a race again.
Yep. No, I think it's a good
Put
bet
him in the
this week.
sea. If he doesn't win today, he goes in the ocean.
Race.
Well,
Melbourne
he's
race
still-
5,
he's-
number 1.
He's still got his manhood, so
Yeah, he's a fair breeder.
I think it's Colt, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a colt.
Yeah.
Won a Group 1.
Well, he's back to his own.
Second in the slipper.
He's back to his own grade. Like he was bumping into last start. Your horse you mentioned there, Scales of Justice, Haydock.
Yeah.
Open
Be good to
age,
your mother.
Open age sprinters comes back to a set weights 3-year-old race.
Group
At
2.
1400, where he's been exceptional, he won the
pet
sires
distance.
at 1400. We absolutely bolted in. If this is it's crossroads time. For
Seems like a
Microphone.
good bet,
He,
doesn't it?
he can
really?
run on any track too.
No, but that's the thing. He might just be not there. That's the thing. That's why I think he's racing in this race. So when he should at his best he just wins.
Couldn't agree more. Race 5, number 1.
But he might.
That's why I've tipped it.
But he mightn't be at his best. That's why he's that price.
They backed him well first up. I'll give you the red eye.
Yeah, but then he drifted late.
So someone was keen and
So-
someone wasn't. They laid him. Obviously laid him first up, which is good. So second up.
Danny.
What's his second up form like?
Mate, unbelievable. That's what it's like.
Okay, so who's that's you, Steve? You're on.
Yep, I got one, and this will win.
I'll tell you what, Steve's been the closest to the collect last week. Oh,
This will win. I think this is a good horse, and he doesn't have his agates left. He got them cut out, and once he's got them removed, he's gone 2 wins from 3 starts. Going to go Brisbane race 8, number 2, Snow Zone. Very well-related horse from a good family. Likes the wet, likes to sting out. He'll get those conditions. Absolutely give him a bath. Have a
The other
just
day?
shellacked them at Doomben last start. And I
On a
think it was
Thursday. It was a Thursday a few weeks ago.
Thursday. Snitzel Snowdrift. It would have been a nice expensive buy, this horse. Snowland. I'm pretty sure it's related to Snowland. That family. It'll win.
What price we got?
$4.
It'll win.
Beautiful.
It'll win.
it's going to be a nice little multi, this.
Righto, we need a bit of value.
Especially when James tries his
Oh, yeah.
$30.
This thing's nice at 50 to 1s.
Yep. I'm going to do exactly that. Caulfield, race 2, number 2, How Womatic. No way, $2.70. Race, it is number 5. Score, $13.
Race 5, number 1.
No, race 2, number 5. Sorry, I closed the phone in like a microphone drop style. Gotta look it up again. Race 2, number 5. Score.
Johnny Sadler.
Correct.
Old flog.
That race I think will suit it. There's good. There's a few there that are on the up, but and have don't normally do this. Have a saver on the shark bite coloured horse. What's its name? South Bank or something?
Saver. And then have a look at yourself in the mirror.
Did you just swear it, Stephen?
That's why I just
Have
said.
a look at yourself in the mirror.
That's why I
after you
said,
put your
"Oh,
saver
come
on.
there with saver." No, don't do that. Just double your bet. If you're thinking of having a saver, double your bet on score.
Exactly right.
Done.
So when it scores, we get the money,
So
do we?
Or if you want to have a Quinella or Exacta, put that other one in.
Acting.
All right. Okay, so that's a look at the semi-pros multi. What are we doing this weekend? What's happening? Anything exciting? What's on out there? Cricket, Bubs? Oh, you won't be playing this weekend, obviously.
Indoor.
No, it doesn't look like it, does it?
Don't think it'll be
No, I think there's 3 rounds left. Railways v Mets.
Won't be playing.
Brothers
Imagine.
Diggers v
They'd be off now, wouldn't they?
someone. Yeah, so all the grounds are called off at the moment.
Yeah.
Whether
No
council
chance.
opens up, I don't think so. I think they'll be shut. Yeah. So it's a bit of a...
Yeah,
Stay at home this weekend.
So there'll probably be a quiet weekend on the local sport front, as we said. From Monday, if you got the golf that kicks off there, the draft. When's the draft actually take place for the basketball? It closes Friday.
Closes Friday. They play Monday, so I'm going to say it's on the weekend.
Somewhere in between
But
there.
they play Monday, surely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Running out of time.
I'll tell you what, Trevor Grieve, commissioner, is very, very efficient, man.
Commish.
Yeah, so
He'll probably do it while he's out playing the front 9.
Actually, I'm going to say it's on Saturday. That's why, because he said he can't play Saturday now. I'm going to say that
There
the
we
draft's
go.
on Saturday.
2 and 2 together, and you get 5.
Yeah, exactly. So that's all coming up. But thanks, boys. It's been good. Have fun. Thanks to our sponsors and supporters that make the show possible. We'll have it up as a podcast this week as well. We'll also be on the radio back Saturday morning, so you'll be able to listen to it there as well. And I think the show might pop up again on Facebook Live Saturday morning as well. So all
happening.
Yeah, that's all.
Round 2 for the boys.
Yeah. So encore. Can I get her? Yeah.
Do you want more?
Yeah, something like that. Probably like, don't play it again, please. Seriously. Anyway, that's the show. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch up with you all again same time next week.
Just about done, mate. Surely. There you go. That's outstanding. That much talent running around in our own backyard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the semi-pros. The semi-pros.